Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is forZe taking on devils.one. We're right into the pistol, and it's going to be shots coming through across the board. devils.one already finding the headshot. It's flit into a 1v4 here, and it's a great start from the portals as they shut down forZe coming into this. Ahab will get one more, and the defuse will come through. Pistols picked up. It is the poles ahead, and we'll get Alex in on the mic in a second. There we go. You're live, Alex.
Yeah. We've come down to nuke here in our winners match. Kind of a bit unfortunate, I guess, for forZe that they have to play their winners match with the stand-in as well. It will make it a little more difficult for them. But I still think that they could maybe pull this off, Dinko. It has come down to nuke, though, which isn't a map forZe play as often as, say, Inferno or Mirage. So that might be a bit more of a test for them. But nuke is definitely a map that forZe are okay with playing. It's sort of the middle of their map pool, which makes sense in the best of one.
The odds from GG.BET are favouring forZe coming into the matchup. They did look pretty solid in the map they just played. Obviously, they kind of lost control for a little bit towards the end, but they did pull it back. It will be a tough matchup for both of these teams, I feel. Which way do you think it's going to go, Alex?
Ooh, it's a tough one. You know what? I think I'm still going to slightly favour forZe. I've got faith in them, but this could definitely be a much closer one. I could easily see Devils taking this one away, especially as they have their full lineup. We'll see, though. We'll see if they can get this second round win on the board. That is their first step to victory, I suppose. Mouse is currently holding in towards ramp. forZe seem to have gained some control towards outside as Rallen nearly kills his teammate. The kills come in. forZe find 2 entries, and this could be a problem for the CTs. Rallen replies with one of his own, but forZe are in pretty decent shape.
Well, all the action happening off camera. It is the auto shotgun of Taz that has picked up a kill on the Jerry, Marzinho, and Taz. The 2v1, and will be the pickup from Taz again. It's 2-0 here for devils.one, and forZe will finally get their buy-in. It's going to be the AWP in the hands of Zepar. The rest of them picking up rifles around that, and they're just going to make sure that they've got everything going into this. devils.one, it's the auto shotgun in the hands of Taz yet again. That's a weapon that I've actually started picking up a lot recently, Alex. Starting to really figure out what sort of spots teams and players can play from. And it's such a good weapon, and especially on this map, you can get so much impact with that gun.
Definitely the most versatile of the shotguns as well. It's the most forgiving in terms of if you miss your first shot, you can quickly get a second shot off. So that's definitely helpful. You know, sometimes with a Mag 7, you might hit someone for 90 and then get traded out and you can't really finish the job. But the auto shotgun's definitely good at making sure you get many chances for the kill. Zpower starting to sneak his way forwards, looking for the opening, but he is caught off guard. Dihar, down from hell, gets a couple of kills in towards Secret. Really well played as he finds a third. Dihar is doing the damage in this round. Finally, the trades come through, but devils.one hold the man advantage.
Jerry and Face Crack. Gotta find a way into this round number 3. They've got plenty of utility left. Both players on 100 HP, and they've just got under a minute to work with. Plenty of time to try and find a way into this. Jerry is already on the lower bomb site towards that side of the map. Can cause a few problems here for the Devils. Taz has got so much info already. He's pushed all the way through main and through lobby. Marzinho is going to be staying here with the M4 at long range. Smoke will cover them off, but he'll spot at least 1 or 2 of them there. So that's the info picked up for the CTs. They know where forZe are approaching from, and now they just need to try and capitalize. 20 seconds on the clock. No time left, really, to make any mistakes here. At this point, forZe is not even enough time to get the bomb planted. It's all over. Face Crack will get 1 kill, but he's running back into a day. He will get a 2nd kill. Oh my goodness, actually there's enough time for the plant, Alex, out of nowhere. Face Crack is into a 1v1 and the ball's planted. Looking off towards main. Marzinho has been spotted. Face Crack takes the flash, takes the fight. Low HP. He'll have to hide back inside a mini. And Marzinho is moving up, knows exactly where he is as the spam comes on in. But he's just playing the time here. Running around Face Crack. That Molotov preventing him from peeking, but Marzinho has tapped the bomb. Face Crack does not fall for it, and perfect for him. Marzinho is actually not sticking it. This is absolutely incredible. Face Crack somehow has done this. Now marzinho is going to try and tap the ball. FaceCrack walks out the door and finished off. Enough time to get the defuse, but a valiant effort from FaceCrack. Very, very close indeed.
Unfortunately, FaceCrack gives away his position with that little sound cue there as he moved forwards, trying to maybe catch Mouse off guard. Did not work out for him, but forZe take the round incredibly close there. Heading into round 4, they've got the full gun round on board, although Jerry is stuck on a Galil, so that's the one slight weakness with the weaponry. The nades are also not looking too great for the T side. That could be another problem for them. However, at the same time, with that round win being so close, devils.one don't have too much money in the bank either. So a round win here for forZe would be huge to put them back on top.
Oh, smoke to the cross. FaceCrack is able to run on past it. It will be Rowland and Deke to pick up the first kills. Flit able to find one back as the headshot onto Rowland is connected, and it's only a man advantage for the CTs at this point. They want to hang on to it. Only one flash left in the hands of Jerry. Although Flit has got D-Ha. So it's a 3v3. 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock. Plenty of time for them to work with. There's another kill. Manise catching out Flash this time, but Flit is still around this area of the map. Does he know where Manise is? He knows he's around the hell area, but can't quite get the trade just yet. And Manise is going to hear that. I believe he spotted him as he will pick him up. Jerry into the 1v3. Has found that first kill onto Taz. 40 seconds. And make his way towards main. marzinho has the angle. Manise is up towards heaven as well. They can't just crossfire this as Jerry needs to walk on by. It would have dropped him, but marzinho, he'll use the rifle. It's 4-0. It's like auto directors like trying to get away from the kills, Alex.
It does feel like that sometimes. Oh well. We got to see some of them. We got to see that Devils definitely got that round win. And with no bomb plant, forZe are left in a slightly awkward position here. I don't think they can really go for the full buy. It's kind of awkward because if you want the AKs, you're going to have to sacrifice all nades. You wouldn't even get Kevlar on most of your players. I feel like a half buy might be the better call here, but at the same time, it's so tempting to go for that force buy with the CTs having such low money. You want to try and break that bank as soon as possible. So it's a pretty tough position for forZe, but I think if they force up here, they risk this game starting to spiral out of control. So I think I would just prefer them to go for that half buy, and you can see they can get some MAC-10s, they can get some pistols, and they can still be competitive in this round.
Well, 4-0, great start here again. You have to remember this map is definitely one of the more CT-sided within the pool. And so it's no stranger to seeing very one-sided CT halves. All about getting something done on the T side. A couple of rounds here. 5 is generally the mark, I think, now. That, you know, back in the day, it used to be like so CT-sided that you would say 3 rounds is enough on the T side. But I would say with this new changes and stuff on Nuke, I feel like it definitely is the magic number is 5. You see a lot of comebacks happen from there. Although C part is going to find Taz, so looking to try and get around here for us. Again, it's looking unlikely, but they still stand a chance to try and keep that economy modest of Devils, and then obviously when they get their buy, it would only be 1 round and they would send them straight back to an eco.
forZe have got some advanced positions to play with. Maybe they could use those to their advantage, although I think Devils are aware of the positions that forZe are currently playing from, and you can see the poles are setting up this crossfire towards the site. Mouse will watch towards the door. It can be a bit awkward to play around this silo for cover, so D-Ha is going to have to help him out. And again, 30 seconds left. forZe yet to make a move. They definitely don't have the long-range weapons, that's for sure. But they're getting that bomb planted. The one smoke is all they needed. The bomb goes down, and the bomb plant makes this a bit more doable. FaceCrack alone on the B site will be falling. And now Flit and Z Power have got a hell of a lot to do.
Molotov is going to go towards the squeaky door. That'll prevent a peek from there. So Flit and Z part of the bombs diffused already. Flit has been dropped, and will be Z-Par to get one on the shotgun, but has to stay alive. He actually walks away with a FAMAS, so not too bad. Here comes the buy from forZe. 5 have been picked up for Devils. This is the max loss bonus forZe are looking right now. So again, just to remind everyone, there are changes to the economy. And so that affects loss bonus directly. So if you get max loss bonus after 5 rounds, you get $3,400, right, Alex? And then obviously, it used to be if you lost straight out, you won one and then lost one, you would be reset back to the start of the loss bonus. But now you only go 1 tier at a time. So it's easier for comebacks, a lot of people have said. And I think that definitely has rung true after seeing it played through.
Once again, devils.one have won the opening fight. Rallon this time, taking the opening on towards Z-Power without taking a single point of damage. Second kill comes in. Mouse gets one of his own. Those two are really doing a lot of work on the scoreboard right now. Both Mouse and Rallon up there at 8 kills each. And this is not what forZe wanted in their first gun round for a while. They wanted to be able to finally get the round win with these full nades. Maybe go for some sort of execute, maybe use those nades to their advantage. But they might not have the opportunity to do that because they've lost the opening 2 fights. And with Dihar pushing all the way through outside, forZe are kind of trapped in lobby right now.
Sprinting towards Marzinho, a multitude of players. You will get 2 of them. Larish was the one man that stood up. Was the problem, but he was finished off very quickly after. 6-0 here for devils.one. forZe, they're going to be sitting in a very scary position, but they will get a buy-in again. And this is their chance to try and push themselves to round number 1. Otherwise, Devils will definitely start to pick up this one-sided CT half. But again, like I said, you can't really put too much on this half because obviously it's no stranger to seeing very, very one-sided CT half. So, still anybody's game.
I was just looking up some of there's some new stats on HLTV, and in the games where a team has taken a 6-0 lead on the CT side of nuke, they've won the game 86% of the times. So that's a cool stat to show. Shows that even though it is a CT-sided map, getting such a strong start does definitely increase your chance of winning tremendously. Finally, though, forZe have won the opening fight. Z-Power gets his team the opening pick. That's the man you'd definitely be looking to try and win the opening with the AWP. And now that they've got the man advantage, forZe will decide to slow things down, knowing that this is their chance to get their first round.
Well, there's the early pickup coming in at Z-Par, dropping Rallon. Man advantage on the T side finally. forZe looking strong here. They've kept it, which is probably the tougher part of finding that opening kill. Bit of a failed smoke from Mars, but it doesn't exactly matter too much as they're running in towards Dihar, who will step up with 2 kills. Jerry able to trade back, and it's still a 3v3. Dihar was the man there that really caused the problems, as he was able to keep it even for the team. 20 seconds on the clock. Back up towards the A-bomb side is Taz. Waiting for the rest of forZe to arrive to the party, but it's face crack, picking up Taz. Running into the site now, Z-Par on the site, 10 seconds. The plant comes in with just enough time left. And Maniz and Mars have to come in with a 2v3 retake.
Mouse sprinting his way up through Secret. Trying to see if he can maybe find a different angle of approach, and maybe he doesn't need to because Maniz has already got the opening kill. Switches it up to the AWP to look for another pick. There's a player on the site that could be in trouble right now. Fight's coming in, but Mouse will go down, and Maniz will follow his teammate to the grave. forZe on the board here on nuke. They took their time, but they've got their first round win, and devils.one have slightly awkward money. I think their buy will be fine because Taz is happy to go down to the shotgun, and I think someone can drop for Mouse. No, they can't. Yeah, they can. Why did Mouse buy an MP9? Oops, bit of a mistake. Cost them on the nades slightly, and that means their buy will be a bit limited, Dinko. No defuse kit, and not too many nades for the CTs, despite winning so many rounds early on.
Yeah, that's what I said. You know, they've kept the economy modest on forZe, and it only takes one round to just smash that money to a very scary position and put it and spread it thin. This is probably, we were kind of talking earlier about AUG skins and how like terrible most of them are. This one's a pretty good one that Mars is carrying, the Sid Mead. Pretty good.
It's not bad.
I like a spaceship kind of feel to it.
The colors remind me of Lego a bit too much. Like, they're very bright.
Lego is awesome.
Yeah, Lego's cool. I don't mind a bit of Lego. I
Not,
used to love Lego when I was a kid.
I remember going to a Lego shop in London when I was like 15, and some like 45-year-old dude just comes in and just starts building like crazy stuff. It was pretty cool.
Ooh. I remember when I was like 5 years old, I went to Legoland, and that was like one of the best experiences of my life as a kid. Speaking of best experiences, Mouse has just dropped the bomb. He will be loving that experience. Nade goes in as well. Oh, nice follow-up from Taz coming in with the shotgun. Nearly finds a triple kill, and it's all up to Flarich. He will go falling. Unfortunately, forZe just get absolutely annihilated in towards lobby. They couldn't even get the chance to try and push that A site, Dinko.
Yeah, that's a little bit depressing if you're forZe, because obviously you would have loved to have been able to capitalize and string two together, but unable to get it done now, and they're going to have to buy again here. But it's a decent buy. I mean, there is weaknesses there. Zpar deciding just to bring the utility to play and leave enough in the bank because he wants to get the off later. So perhaps that's kind of a sign that they aren't feeling 100% confident in this round. Otherwise, he would have probably bought and assisted his team. I think they are realistic in realizing it's unlikely they'll do too much in this one. With Zpar getting dropped early, that means there's not a lot of utility left, as he was the main water boy, the carrier of the smokes and the flashbangs. Although Manice is going to look off towards the ramp. He has a teammate towards the lower parts of it already. forZe have got plenty of players up towards the ramp room, but they could fall back inside of radio. The only problem is forZe and I are again back to square one. Where do they want to go?
Good question. forZe shouldn't have too many options open to them. devils.one starting to rotate off this ramp position, knowing that Mouse has moved forward. So Rallen will get a kill. Oh, did Mouse just spot them in the back? I think he did. Mouse is stalking his prey right now. He knows where they are. He lines them up. And Mouse may have just won this round. Gets the triple kill. Malzinho stops them in their tracks once again. Almost reminiscent of that very previous round where he pushed through ramp room. And you can see the confidence showing in Mouse right now. He's got 15 kills, only 2 deaths. He's having a great game.
I'm interested to look at the odds brought to you by GG.BET, because this game I personally felt like was going to be a bit closer than it is so far. I'll be interested to see how the odds are shaping up as they come up on screen. It is very even, 1.79 for devils.one, 1.9 for forZe. Before we came into this, the odds were actually favouring forZe, and you favoured forZe.
Looking a bit silly now, aren't I?
Yeah, well, at the minute, yeah. But obviously, it's nuke. And I've said it again. CT sides, can't really put too much into it. It's really how dominantly they can win this first half. If they can win it massively dominant, like 14-1, then yeah, you could probably just say it's over. But even if they win it like 10-5, 11-4, there's still a chance forZe could come back. So you've always got to be ready for that. And as forZe come into this one, they leave a lot of money in the bank. Zpar got the most because obviously he didn't buy in the last at all, really. And so it's going to play for the next round. This time it's all about getting damage and so a couple of kills. But Rallen very confidently walking out towards outside, finding the kill on Flit, and there's no answer back from forZe at all.
Smoke will deny Jerry any opportunities. Facecrack has snuck down Secret. The one thing that maybe is on forZe's side in the long run is, again, that devils.one economy isn't exactly great. Dihar doesn't have any money in the bank. Taz only has $1,000, so if you could keep the CTs reinvesting here, that would be very, very valuable. Taz gets 2 kills on the whole. Jerry comes back with a couple of kills. He's got the AWP in his hands now on towards the bomb site. Unfortunately, though, he doesn't have the bomb in his possession, and Rowland will be able to finish the job. 9-1 lead for devils.one, but here comes another buy from forZe.
Well, AWP for Z-Part, AWP for Benice. This is the challenge we've been waiting for. They haven't really had that chance here on forZe to challenge the AWP on the CT side. Finally, they will get it through. And let's see if their star player Z-Part can open things up. Interestingly enough, it was a big performance from Flourish to stand in on the previous map. Flit stepped up as well, and there's so much firepower and so much depth you can go on forZe. We haven't really seen it on nuke just yet, so looking forward to seeing a little bit of a showing. Going to be an outside smoke execute coming in from forZe. Smokes will trickle on in, and they can start to push towards the outside position.
This time, both smokes are in play. In one of the previous rounds, that second smoke wasn't there, and that cost one of the forZe players their life. But this time, the coordination a little better from the CIS side. devils.one trying to make sure they hold on to this ramp position so that they don't get caught from both angles. And Benice is ready and waiting with the AWP. He's been a bit quiet with this weapon so far. He might be able to step up in this very round. Push starts to come forwards. Benice has been forced back. He's low on health. This could be a bit awkward now as they're forced to reposition towards the site, but Benice gets a good shot. Spots the second, but ends up falling. Thankfully, Dihar's in there for the trade, and this is looking good for the CTs once again.
Well, somehow Devils have pulled it back. The bomb will get planted over towards B though, and so the retake does have to happen. 20 seconds, quickly mid 40 as the bomb is planted. The digits are punched in. Not so much punched, but a delicate push with your finger. But it will be a retake scenario. FaZeCrack gets the first, but it's really a one and done angle, but make it 2 as he gets 2 kills. Z-Par helped him. It's all on Taz into the 1v1. Z-Par gives away his position again. He was already known, but could have been down towards the double doors, and Taz, oh, this is perfect. Spots the info, and Taz is going to have to close the door. Finally drops Z-Par. And it was just a little nuisance. You know, he had HP. If he had slightly higher, perhaps he would have survived. It was a headshot nonetheless. That would be another pickup for Devils. Taz wins the clutch.
Here's a fun fact for you, Dinko.
Oh, yes.
In the last 3 months, there have been 20 times where a team has taken a 10-1 lead on the CT side of nuke, and every single time they have gone on to win the game. That's a fun fact, isn't it? Not if you're a forZe fan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're a forZe fan, that's not a good fact at all. It's not fun.
Hey, they're looking to break the trend here.
That would be a fun twist on it.
Yeah, could happen. That's only in the last 3 months as well. I'm sure it's happened once before at some point. Definitely must have. Oh, look at that smoke from Mouse. Smart little play, trying to make sure that the teams don't know that Maniz has pushed forwards. He will hold with the... Or actually, no, Maniz has rotated off. Mouse will continue to remain in the aggressive spot. And again, the CTs showing confidence in their aggression, but forZe once again going back to the old faithful outside smoke.
Well, Flourish finds Marcinho. Jerry connects on to Rowland as well. And he's on D-Hat and Taz. 2v5. A minute left on the clock, and he has desperately looking for a kill here. But forZe finally look like they should be able to get themselves 2. It'd be quite depressing if they aren't able to take this one over the line. But as soon as I say that, D-Hat picks up 3, and the bomb is dropped as well. D-Hat has just done it all as they try to get down towards the vent. D-Hat is the gatekeeper or the vent keeper in this scenario, and he does not allow it to happen. Very in FaZeCrack, scared to face towards him, but D-Hat nearly gets the quad kill, finished off by FaZeCrack, and now the push can come through. Jerry needs to come onto the site and get the bomb, and Taz knows this. 20 seconds, Taz holds the door, but he's finished off. It's 10-2. forZe will pick it up, but what the hell was that from Deha?
He tried his best on the hold. He gave Taz a chance to win the clutch. I think Taz might have got the timing going against him there, because it looked like he was holding the vents for a fair while, and then he just went slightly off that angle as Jerry pushed up. Jerry managed to get the spray down, and devils.one don't have the best of buys. We've been talking about that money consistently throughout this half. It's finally come into play. Deha gets stuck down with a deagle. Taz, I would say, is fine with the auto shotgun. He's not too worried with that weapon, but it's mainly the nades and the defuse kits that are lacking for the CTs, and that could be a problem if forZe get on towards a site, as Taz using his very colourful auto shotgun in towards hut.
You're just joining us. This is the GG.BET Invitational. This is the Group A winners matchup between Devils and forZe. Both teams did win their first matches. Very hard fought wins as well. forZe was looking to be a very one-sided affair, but they ended up slipping the control slightly. They did pull it out in the end, and this is a great start from Devils moving into nuke. Venice and Taz to find themselves too early frag, and Mars has got himself Jerry. Clarence and C-Bar left alone. Clarence drops his teammate, which is definitely not the best way to go about things. Deha and Venice might have an easy time of it. Clarence is only on 4 HP, 33 seconds on that clock to play with. And Deha has caught him out. Will be 11-2 here on the board. That was forZe's chance to, you know, get those chiming together, but just weren't able to do it.
They would have liked to get a bit of a win streak going. I guess they can probably buy here. Considering they're so far behind, I think they almost have to go for the force buy to try and get those 4 rounds on the board. But that's the best they can hope for at this point, which is never great. You know what, Dinko? I've just realised I always should have bet on devils.one because there's hell on this map. It all makes sense now. The Devils in hell on nuke are winning. What a blunder.
There's hell on quite a few maps.
There's also a heaven, though. So does that counter it out?
I don't know, Alex. You could say the forces are beyond our control.
Wait, was
or
that
our
was that a
understanding.
force pun? Was that?
Yes. The forces beyond our understanding, Alex.
Terrible.
That's a better one.
Still
anyway. We're in round number 14. It is going to be forZe trying to get themselves a couple more here on the half. I said 10-5 is probably the magic number. 4 is definitely the one you can work from. So forZe trying to get that lucky 2 coming up after this. It will be a hard fought win for them, but if they can get it done, they'll be very happy, very pleased with themselves. Give themselves a pat in the back, but not happen. That's a good start.
Trades. Deha gets a couple of kills on the hold. However, the bomb will get onto the site safely. Flarich gets it planted. Mouse is just sitting in heaven, waiting for Manice to take the fight from a different angle, waiting for Manice to at least get into position before moving forwards. Molotov will help out. Flash goes over the top, and Mouse will win the first fight. It's up to Jerry. He's trapped behind the silo, and Mouse sneaking forward, stalking his prey, looking for this frag. Drops down, but he takes a shot to try and mask that sound. Jerry, dancing around the site, may have done enough. The time is against Mouse, and oh man, Mouse has no idea. Jerry in from behind, plays it to perfection as forZe take their 3rd round win.
They might just get that 4 that they need coming into the last round of the half. Devils don't have too much in the bank. There will be an MP9 being purchased, an AUG in the hands of Taz, who has been racking up a little bit of cash after all those XM shotgun kills. So that's really the only reason we find ourselves at this position for Taz. Get them 1 weapon he's got to have a lot of impact with if they want to try and take 12 here. forZe everything they could ask for? Utility, AWP, rifles on every player. 2 early kills, a 3rd coming in. Manice trying to do some damage, but no, it's all on Taz. 1v5, it's not looking likely. The half was going to end 11-4. It's not a great half from forZe, but it's enough, I guess, if they can win the pistol.
Not completely out of the question. Definitely doable, but I think it's fair to say that devils.one will be the happier of the two teams heading into the half. Even though they could have had an even better half if they didn't let it slip at the end there. They really started incredibly strong. You can see on the scoreboard, Mouse has looked amazing throughout this one, 17-4-7. But Dihar has also had some very impressive rounds where he stepped up with multi-kills on towards that AUG. We're going to have to talk about forZe heading into this second half because this pistol round is going to be crucial if they want to have a chance to come back into this one. Flarich will pick up the defuse kit. Taz will take a set of nades for devils.one, and we will head into the second half.
So the odds are slightly favouring the devils.one coming into the second half. Rowland's going to make his way onto the site, but FaceCrack is going to drop him. The kills all come through for Devils, though. What an incredible flurry of frags. And it's all on Flit in a 1v4. The pistol will go in favour of the Poles. Unless Flit has some random defuse kit that we've never seen before. And incredible headshots need to come in. He doesn't have a defuse kit. He got one headshot. And he might just be headshotted himself here. There's multitudes of players on the T side are looking for him. There's a headshot back. Flick gets that one. Not enough time really to waste, and he will get another kill. It's finished off.
That's the kit, but he just doesn't have the time. And the kit was dropped on the site, which actually gave him somewhat of a chance there, but just too many players to deal with. The man in towards heaven finishes off the round, and with forZe losing that pistol, you have to assume that their chances of winning this map have just decreased significantly. The question is, do they go for the force spy in this follow-up round? And I think you've got to take the save at this point. You want to make sure you get a full gun round as soon as possible into the next. So Flit will get a dig thanks to the extra money he found from those frags. The rest of the players stick with the USPs. And that should make it a relatively easy round win for the Polish side.
You'd hope so. Should go that way. And we sit on a 12-4 scoreline. Not what I was expecting coming into this game. I thought it was going to be much closer, and in fact, you know, could even make an argument that forZe were the favourites, and I think the odds definitely favour that. But devils.one, obviously, the Poles are generally pretty good. Pretty good nuke players. We've seen a lot of Polish teams be very successful on nuke in the past. I think Kingwin were a pretty good team on nuke, obviously before even the rebrand. And oh, you know, they definitely have experience on the map. Definitely showing they are very good at it.
Definitely capable over on the Polish side. I think they've proven that throughout their history of playing this map. They don't play it too often, but they definitely seem capable when they do play it, which is cool to see. And forZe, unfortunately, just looked a little lacking throughout this one. The MAC-10's starting to clean up that cash, and here comes the all-important buy for forZe. I think it's fair to say this is a must-win round at this point of the game for the CT side. FaceCrack gets to pick up the auto shotgun, which we saw Taz wield so effectively throughout the first half. Definitely a capable weapon if you play on top of the hut or even inside the hut. Up close, you can definitely put that to use. So again, they won't be too worried about that. They've got the full gun round. This is a must-win round for forZe.
Well, utility drops towards outside. It's a smoke wall coming up as FaceCrack dropping Manise. As he powers down towards the lower parts of the B-bomb site. Towards Secret at the bottom of those stairs, and he might actually end up getting a couple of kills here. Rowland's on the other end of it. He has a teammate there as well, Z-part. Mozinho is making his way back over towards ramp. And if Devils all changed their logo to the red one, perhaps that means they're angry. I believe it was white on the opening matchup, but it's all red now, Alex. They're angry and they want some success here, and it will be Flit dropping D-Hat second, making a third, and Face Crack gets one with the auto shotgun. What a cleanup there from forZe.
Flit was out in the open on an off angle, so I thought he was going to be traded on fairly quickly, but the unexpected position ends up netting him the 3 frags he was looking for. Very impressive stuff from him. forZe get the round win that they needed so desperately. devils.one decide to take a timeout, but it seems like Taz might have made the call for them here. He's invested all of his money into that MP7. You don't see much of the MP7 these days, Dinko. Seems like a lot of players have switched to the MP5, but Taz still sticking with the good old gun. And devils.one will indeed be forcing with a couple of AKs to show for it.
There's a reason I hit the MP7, Alex.
Alright.
And it's because every time I open a case, I always get a random crap blue MP7 skin.
Ooh, that's a shame. Do you use the MP7?
No.
That's not great.
I opened a
That is the
Prisma.
worst.
I opened a Prisma case yesterday, and it's got a crap battle scarred MP7 skin.
Battle scarred as well, just to rub it in.
Yeah. You know, an interesting
Bad
point
as
to
possible.
talk about. Z-Par is only on 5 kills. It's generally he's looked at as the star player, and so time to step up with that AUG.
He's heard you.
Do it, Z-Par. Get another one.
Might not get the chance to, because devils.one have already got down secret, and that was probably their aim of going for the outside play. They don't need to stick around there if they don't want to. They've got 2 players starting to clear out towards this B side of the map. Rallen is remaining over towards Yard, but devils.one will slow things down and maybe get that bomb planted. It seems like they found that B bomb site, and yes, indeed, the bomb goes down without any CTs dying or spotting it.
Well, Face Crack has got himself a double. Taz is on his own with an MP7. The bomb is planted, but winning this is a stretch too far. Defuse coming through, and Taz wants a better gun. He hits the MP7 as well. AK, much better.
Throw that trash gun away. Get the AK in his hands. It's got to be done. devils.one will not be buying in this round, but with Taz saving the AK, they have a slightly better chance. They can probably go for a little bit of an investment, although Manice might want to save for an AWP, so he will keep a bit of the extra cash that he has been accumulating in these last few rounds. The rest of the team will be buying up Deegs, and they have a chance to do something here. They can find a headshot or 2, although the AK's already been dropped, so that's not exactly the best start for the T side. That's not bad though. Dihar cracks off ahead over towards Yard, and it's that man Z-Power that's been taken out.
So, even on player count, but the buy from forZe looks much better. Why does it always seem that the player with like the important weapon that needs to have impact always dies first?
He's trying to make a play with it, so he took a fight.
Jerry gets the double kill. Third coming in as well. Jerry just shutting them all down. It's all on Manice. Already through towards the lower parts of B through secret stairs. 50 seconds left on the clock. He's only got the P250. Bomb not planted. Definitely not likely he wins it, but bomb plant is definitely the one thing you could want here. But Flit just sitting in the corner, patiently waiting, and we'll find Manice. It's going to be 13-7. Come back. Still possible. forZe just need to make sure that they can take every round over the line and really try and limit the mistakes being made. I think a big factor that could really play into this is Z-Par. You know, he's been so quiet in this matchup, and if he can start to spread his wings and fly, Alex, they can find themselves on a merry comeback into this game.
I think both authors have been fairly quiet throughout the series. Manice hasn't exactly had a great showing either. Or I say the series, throughout the day, because obviously it's been 2 best of ones, excuse me. But yeah, it's not like Manice has been having crazy impact with his AWP either. He's been a little bit quiet as well. So if Z-Power could step up, maybe try and take some of those fights against Manice. That could be an interesting narrative to keep track of. A couple of nades being deployed over towards A. devils.one starting to use a fair bit of their utility early into the round. The smoke will go down in towards Mini. That will force a bit of a response from the CTs using some utility of their own. We're not seeing any actual fights come through as of yet. It's just the exchanges of nades.
Well, 48 seconds left. Molotov burning away the single door. 40 seconds on the clock. Here comes the push. Rowland will pick up Jerry. Flourish and face crack. They find 2 kills back. It is all on Taz, Manice, and Rowland try and win this, but Zpar's killed himself. It's all on Taz. Gets 1 kill, but they know exactly where he is. So that's where problems can arise. As Flit and face crack only need 1 kill. The crossover towards the site. Hap tries to bait them into the open. That's the first headshot. Not aware where the second player is. He's going to walk around the corner. Low HP. Taz wins the clutch. It's a triple kill and it's 14 for Devils. The legendary player, the old dog, Alex, definitely can be taught some new tricks.
Yeah, that's I guess that veteran savvy coming through. Taz has always been a guy that can win clutches, and he's proven it there. I think, was that technically a 1v4 because Z-Power ended up killing himself? I guess that kind of counts. And credit to Taz, that second shot in particular, that headshot on towards the player who pushed from door was incredible. That's what really won him that round there. And Taz manages to take his team 1 round closer to victory. They only need 2 more round wins to get themselves over the line here on Nuke. And I think this is forZe who have taken the pause for a split second there, but it's not going to be a long one. We'll be ready to head right back into the action.
Well, incredible clutch from Taz is going to give them a lot of energy here on the Devils team to try and take it up the line and end this game. forZe, obviously, need a massive comeback here. They double the score over on the Devils team. And it's been very much the T side dominating in the early map control here. Just opening that door wide, looking out towards garage with the AWP. No one really challenging at all. Mazinho able to pick up the first kill, but Flash is going to come in for 2 for the CTs. Manice keeps it even. He is stuck in behind the vent. He has got teammates to assist as they do get the bomb planted on the A site. Another retake needs to happen, but Manice is going to catch up Zpar. What a quick shot that was. Zpar is dropped. There's all Flit and Jerry having to come back in towards the A bomb site. Jerry got to check behind the old vent, but Rowland able to drop him with the headshot. And Flit making his way back in. There's the kill. Second comes in nearly as Taz is able to take the headshot. It's 15-7. It's map point here on Nuke. And it's definitely looking likely that'll happen because forZe, not too much money left in the buy. Galax, their buy is pretty dismal.
That was absolute filth from Manice. That shot that he landed in towards lobby. Such a quick scope. Very well done by him. It looks like devils.one might just be too far ahead. forZe will try whatever they can, but try as they might, feels like devils.one will likely be taking the 2 wins here in Group A. Dihar starting to look in towards Yard. He's got some players below to assist him while he remains up on top of that position. Jerry is up close, so Dihar should be able to spot him out if he moves forwards, but he's a little bit worried that there are some players further away. Jerry's starting to move back. He actually finds a dink onto Dihar, takes him down to half health, and Jerry has done a fair amount of work at the start of this round, but forZe have got a long way to go to even get this round win.
Well, things are definitely heating up here for the CT side. Manice is going to find a Flit. Zpar steps up with a scout and a very important kill comes through. A second from Zpar. He might have done enough, you know. It's into the 2v3. Not looking great for the forZe team. The bomb site towards B has been under pressure, but they've picked up an op. FaZeCrack now has a sniper to work with, and Jerry swings that door wide open, sees they aren't planting default, and now knows the bomb is most likely over towards the left corner. Things a bit more difficult. Myzinho is in a very awkward position here, stuck between a rock and a hard place, multiple different angles. He's finished off by Jerry, and now it's all on Taz. Probably the most common position for that plant, and he'll be fine as well. And what a clean up there from forZe. They do win it in the end. Jerry is the man to thank for it though, alongside ZPAR. Those 2 kills in that scout, we didn't get to see them on camera, but they were so impactful.
Can't just rely on Taz to win every single clutch. That 1v3 was a little bit out of his reach. Like you were saying, Jerry and Z-Power combining well in that one. Jerry definitely made a big difference with getting the opening kill and then following up. devils.one will be down to pistols for this one. So forZe will get a slightly easier round up against a weak buy from devils.one. Not impossible that the Poles win this round, but unlikely to say the least. As Deegs looking in towards Yard, but XSE Power is holding with the AWP, so you don't really want to be taking that fight. Jerry has gone down, but again, Z-Power will take those shots all day, every day. This is just too easy. It's a shooting gallery for the AWP in towards Yard. They're not really pressuring him too much either. Taz not going to land this shot. Again, just too easy for Z-Power.
Yeah, he just knew exactly where he was. Takes him easily. And now it's 15-9. forZe one away from double figures. And I think there is that sort of mental switch. When you hit those double figures, you start to think perhaps there is a comeback to be had here. Perhaps we can pull this all the way back. And Devils need to stop that from happening. They only need one more round. And there seems to be this sort of... I'm going to make my own sort of thesis on this, Alex. Because there seems to be a trend here. When teams hit 15, they hardly ever close it out in the next round. So strange.
Well, they might close it out now. Traders come in already. Dihar gives his team the man advantage, and he's made it even better. Gets the second opening. Let's trying to move forwards. And FaZeCrack has found one. Taz nearly caught off guard, but he looks back at Hut just at the right time. And the bomb has been dropped. Maybe that gives FaZeCrack a chance. Taz is isolated on the site, so he needs to stay alive and allow Minis to get into position. Trying to use that crack in the box, and there it is. Taz takes the fight, wins it for his team, and they get over the line with a 16-9 scoreline.
A great performance there overall from the devils.one team with their new bannerman. It is an incredible performance from them overall. They win this series 1-0. The previous series 1-0 earlier as well. They do win the Group A winners matchup. Tomorrow we've got more Counter-Strike action coming at you in the GG.BET Invitational. Obviously the winner of this Invitational gets a spot at IEM Sydney. So a big prize to be had alongside a cheeky little purse boost. You get $5,000. So join us tomorrow for some more Counter-Strike. Again, if you're interested in following us on Twitter, at DinkoTV and at Hawka_CS. We'll see you tomorrow for some more Counter-Strike.
CSBet.GG guarantees to show the actual drop rate with precision to the hundredths. Find the best skins only in cases at CSBet.GG.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.